Warning! Watching student films is detrimental to one's health. The Surgeon General strongly advises you look away from your screen now. Thanks for watching.
Hi! Hello and welcome. This is, what are we? What are we called?
What? Or drunk.
Yeah, we're drunk.
No, we're reviewing student films.
Yes.
That's what we're reviewing. And we're talking about specifically our producer's getting it. Wait.
Hold. We know what we're talking about. We're talking about...
Hold.
Hold. Our producer sucks. She ain't even drunk.
Hold.
I'm drunk right now, and I got it. Hang on.
Wait, why are you...
I know what it is.
already?
I got it on my YouTubes.
She's got it. She's got it. Let her get
Impractical.
it. Let her get it.
Oh, Task Impractical.
Get it.
Oh, shit.
Task Impractical.
Task Impractical. So, Luke, what did you think about the film?
No, explain it, Kyle.
Okay. So,
Explain the plot.
Task Impractical is about students that are getting really bad grades. And these other students are getting really good grades. And it turns out that the teacher is getting paid to give them good grades. So these other kids are going to infiltrate and get the answers. And then there's a twist at the end.
Sure. So basically, the idea is that students are bribing their teachers, and that they need to pay them like stacks of bills, specifically 20s.
No,
for
it
some
was
reason.
10s and 5s.
Well, there was first time. The last time there was a lot of 20s.
Yeah, that was to the.
So they're paying their teachers a lot of 20s to give them A's.
Yeah.
Not worth it. But
I don't know. They were accepted to a lot of good schools.
Man, I got so many colleges open my DMs.
So, at the end of the day, the screenwriting comes down to that it's fantastic.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
Kyle, was that you in high school?
No, that was me.
The screenwriting's okay. The screenwriting is fine. It's not amazing.
It's not bad. There were a lot of ad libs.
It's clearly a Mission Impossible.
Yeah, it's Mission Impossible, and there were a lot of ad libs of what the kids were saying.
Yeah, of course.
In there.
Of course. But you can't fault them for that. I mean,
no.
Well,
that's
trying their best.
saying that it's not screenwriting. Is what I'm saying.
True. There's probably very little writing concern with
Yeah,
this
it was just what happens each scene, which was fine. I mean, I liked it. So, did you like it?
I like parts of it. I liked it when he called them dimwits.
I think you dimwits are just bad at physics naturally.
But the sets were, what you'd expect. A high school movie. A high school.
Yeah. We watched a lot of high school.
I mean,
films.
you have, but a lot of high school hallways. They got their teacher, Mr. Locke, something like that.
They got two teachers, two adults, which I was surprised. Most student films,
Right,
I feel like
Well, the second adult looked like he could have been a kid like a few years ago.
Yeah.
and just graduated.
Well, do you think it was like their grandpa they got, or was it an actual teacher?
No, actual teacher. Absolutely, actual
Gym
teacher.
coach for sure.
No. Yeah, but then he was teaching physics.
No,
He was
in the
teaching-
film he's teaching physics. In real
and
life,
was
he's
the gym
definitely
teacher.
the gym teacher.
Absolutely.
My card. Logan Jones, come here.
So he was in it. He's probably the starring role, other than the fat kid.
The main character. I mean, there was a guy behind the computer. He was cool.
The guy in the chair.
The guy in the chair, but he was in the bathroom. Guy in the bathroom.
Yeah.
There were some cool parts with them, like hiding behind like a trash can. Like they knew what they were doing. They knew that it was bad funny. No, they knew that it was bad. Like that was the whole point. They were going with it. They were definitely going with it. And
they were leaning into the awful student film stereotype,
Yeah.
sure, and they're 16 or whatever.
yeah.
but-
So what did you think about the set? I mean, it was just a high school,
yeah.
but
We've done that. We've gotten places that are super easy to get, like dorms.
just
and shit.
ask
So
your teacher
what
and be
else?
like, "Can I use hallways?"
Or don't, and just don't. But on the technical side, what do you think?
I mean, it was fine. Some of the shots were pretty good. if I recall correctly.
Were they? I don't think they were. I genuinely don't think shots were good. I think they so it's like the writer knew what he was doing, generally speaking.
I mean, he had a point A to point B to point C. Point.
Yeah. I mean, it's clear, clear plot. But
Yeah.
other than that, I think he was pretty much the only one that knew what he was doing. I don't think that the editor even was quite sure, because there were weird cuts, weren't there? I thought there were a few weird cuts.
I'm drunk.
Were there weird cuts?
Show us a weird cut now.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal.
So, I mean, technical side, it was all right. Comic relief, that's right.
There was a comic relief. There was just a lot of ad libs which added to it. Some were really bad, but some were really good. Mm-hmm. That's why I say screenwriting was bad, because there weren't actual lines. They were just ad libs.
But I feel like, well, that's true. I redact what I was saying. Screenwriting was pretty bad because the plot didn't make much sense in the end.
The sound, if I recall, was pretty bad, tech-wise.
Yeah, it wasn't.
But, I mean, it was a student film, and they can't turn off the air conditioning.
Right. Well, for shooting in a high school, definitely not too bad. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But, on the other hand, you're right, screenwriting was pretty goddamn awful. Mm-hmm. It was, the end didn't make sense. It was...
Yeah, who knows what happened?
So there were 3 parties involved. There was the good guys, the bad students, and then a teacher that was like guarding the hall or something.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. What
and it was like a video game. Remember when they did the cuckoo
right.
thing? What the heck was that?
That better not be PDA.
Better not be doing it on the stairs, because apparently chickens.
I don't know. Yeah, there was.
When I have sex, I sound like a chicken. So were there any human errors, like
directing?
There was
acting.
a lot of laughing. A lot of the cast was smiling during this.
Were they?
Like during the fighting stuff, and like the fat guy was definitely laughing, real bad.
Really?
Yes, he
really?
was laughing.
I didn't see any of that.
Cut 2. Audience error.
This one actually was my favorite.
Really?
Like, other than
was great. That one was really
other
good.
Than mainly
Fuck, that one is called.
because it was just a cool idea to have as a kid.
Yeah.
But this it hits home. It hits close to what we do.
Well, yeah, it definitely hits home, and the fact that they were students and able to do this, like high school students too. Like, I wish I could produce something like this when I was in high school. That would have been awesome.
I think we could have easily, but I'm saying like their idea, their premise of taking a popular like script and premise, Mission Impossible, and then twisting it and putting it into something else. I mean, we did that for Citizen Lame and stuff. So I identify with that, with taking something and twisting it on its head like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. To me, it seems like it's the most heartfelt of all of it, even if it didn't make sense.
Even if it
no sense.
well, at the end,
It made no sense. It made no
even at the beginning.
It made no sense.
It had a lot of heart.
It had heart.
The reason I liked it, you could tell they were enjoying what they were doing, especially because they were laughing.
It had heart
during their fucking shots. But
I mean, who hasn't done that?
True.
It's a decent film for what it is, but there was no money, and something like there's money pumped into that. There's people there's actors and stuff that are pulled from it. And granted, these kids are in high school. They're in high school. They're not going to do anything crazy. But
I mean, if you look at something like though, they definitely had a budget, as opposed to this, which had no budget.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying they're high school kids. They're not going to have any money. So what they did with their money is honestly proportionally better than what the people with did.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If they had the ideas that these guys had and just like the ad libs, like you were saying,
or the actors too,
it would be it's better than content wise.
Yeah, or any of the films that we watched today. I'd say. All right.
So, what did you score this movie?
Well, I give the screenwriting a 5. It wasn't.
I gave the screenwriting a 5.
Okay, I didn't think it was that great. It was fine for what it is.
It was serviceable.
Yeah, it knew where it needed to go. It knew where the characters needed to be, but everything was pretty much ad-lib.
Exactly.
So I give it a 5.
Can we actually skip to human error on that note?
Sure.
I think that was just about like I gave it an 8, but that's kind of like over exaggerating it. I think it's probably closer to a 5. It's that to me that and the screenwriting were both serviceable. They were like they knew what they were doing. Like the writer knew what he was doing. Generally speaking,
I mean,
I think he was pretty much the only one that knew what he was doing.
I gave Human Error 7. Because I thought pretty much the same thing. Like, they knew what they were doing, especially for 17-year-olds, like,
definitely,
or however old they were, high schoolers. It was great for, I assume one of their first films.
Right.
And so, I would give it a 7.
So sets, what do you think?
Sets. It was a school, so I just gave it a 5. It was a school, they couldn't do anything, so it was bare bones. They couldn't do anything, which, isn't in their fault. That's why I still gave Human Error a 7. But Sets was a 5.
I give him a 2.
Damn!
Because even though you're in high school, you can do something that's like located outside of high school, Like you could do this script somewhere else. You could do it at a job. You could do it at like.
I mean, but they are high schoolers though, so they
have lives outside
know
of high school.
that. I mean,
they know it, but I mean,
and it's what they got. I mean, they
do the Russo brothers know the Avengers life? They still
but they have a budget in order to do that, as opposed to.
But
these
the woods are still free.
I hate
the woods. Yes, I hate the woods, but I'm saying as opposed to a school hallway where you're going to have to deal with, I don't know. To me, it feels like you could have
the audio, that sort of thing.
The audio, just other stuff like that. But to me, it feels like you could do this story somewhere else. It feels like this is applicable to almost anywhere else, like a job or somewhere there's authority and somebody who has to deal with that authority. And school seems like a cop-out. It seems like just... Oh, what do we know? A school setting of being in class. Right? Like, if you're truly gonna try to be somebody who writes something original, don't just write what you know. Write what you know plus, something that's interesting.
I understand that,
what
but
we all know.
I think in order to get a kind of feel for a Mission Impossible type thing, they kind of had to be school, especially for the budget
because that's
they
a
had.
high-stake things for kids.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying.
It's relatable and all that sort of thing. So
fine, okay.
I'll
give it a 4. Technical side.
So I was giving this a 7, and then we started talking, and I realized it's a 4.
Wow,
the sound was so fucking awful. The sound was really bad. If I recall. I couldn't hear the old grandpa, and I couldn't hear what the fuck the other teacher was saying.
Right.
I didn't know what was going on at the end, not just because of the screenwriting, but because of the sound.
Acting.
The sound, because I couldn't hear what they were saying.
Okay.
And maybe we were drunk and just talking over it.
Probably. Little column A, little column B.
The sound was so bad, I gave it a 4. Cinematography wasn't terrible, but, just the sound was just so bad. And all you have to do is just get room tone. And then you can kind of edit that out,
Honestly, I was disagreeing with you up until then, but then I looked at my paper, and I agree with you. It's a 3.
You gave it a 3!
So I don't know why I was
to be confrontational.
I was being contrarian. I don't know. I just felt like I should fight you on that. But yeah, so definitely a 3 for that. It was... There were parts where it's like you could have focused a little bit more or gotten another shot of the same thing rather than just shooting, just like where it's fuzzy.
Yeah.
And you can't see
Just
the person.
get one more shot. It's
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, exactly.
But they may
Get
not
one
have
more
had
shot.
time because of the budget. It is a student film.
High schoolers have all the time in the world. They have all the time in the world.
After school, they got homework. They can't cheat on the tests. They can't actually Mission Impossible this shit. Not for real.
All right, so audience error. What did you think?
I gave myself a 9.
A 9.
I understood most of it, and I
Really?
liked it a lot. I liked the shit out of this film. It was fun. It was stupid. They knew it was stupid too, which was
They did.
the greatest part.
They didn't know.
And that's why I just like this film a lot. So I gave it a 9.
I like it a lot as well. However, I'm not giving it a 9. I'm giving it a 6. Because up until I'd say the first half. So when we were watching it,
Yeah.
the opening credits section where we had
Which had a cool animation.
Yeah, it had a cool animation. It seemed like a whole film.
Yeah,
almost
yeah,
within
yeah.
it, and we thought it was done.
That's it? Oh wait,
No, that's not even close.
That's
to
opening
it.
crawl.
That's
Let's
just
do
the
it. I'm
opening.
in. Let's do this. Hell yeah.
So that, including like the setup to the actual premise, was decent. I'll say that was what really got my attention. Where it lost my attention was at the end when I had no fucking
Yeah,
clue what
that
was
it just ruined everything, and I understand that. And I think that's what presented the charm for me, but I understand why it, failed. Because they did everything right up to the last minute. And then it just was horrible.
Yeah, that's true. They did do everything right until they didn't.
Until they didn't.
Until they didn't.
Don't give up. Just keep going. Just keep going. You can't half-ass it. That was loud!
That's not your line.
Oh. Line. I'm speeding.
So, what was your final score? Add it all together, or all of ours together. So my total was 30.
Can you take a second?
Okay.
Oh, we did math.
I did math before we did it, so I was prepared.
I gave it 26.
I gave it a 33.
26.
33. So math together, if we math them and then divide by 2, it's something.
Put it up on the screen.
No, you guys have to do it.
Fuck! Okay, 33 plus... Okay, wait. 33, 26... Alright, it's a race against time! Against Luke.
Whoever does it last.
59!
Divide by 2, bitch! Divide by 2! What's 9 divided by 2? Shit! Oh, wait. I know how to do this. Okay, shit. Okay, carry the 5. And then the 9. Shit. Okay, 40.
28.5.
Fuck! If that's right, fuck me. And if it's not right, I lost my pen.
29.5.
You bitch! I didn't even get there, so you're better than me. We all lost our pens and pencils.
29.5.
29.5. I got a pen. Oh, that's yours. 29.5.
Where did it go?
It's not a bad score. Not a bad score.
Did you see it?
You
You
did well.
Where is it?
You did well.
What the fuck?
Okay, so 29.5 out of 50.
Out of 50.
Out of 50. That's not great.
They didn't fail. Wait, did they? Is that 60%?
We could have just added it and done it by 100.
This was a bad idea, dude.
Wait, so 33 plus 26 is 59. 59 out of 100 is a pass. No, it's still a fail, but I liked it.
Good job.
I liked it.
Good job.
Good job. What was the task? Impractical. Good job, peeps.
Good job. On to Born to Be Bad.
Born to Be Bad. All right. Opening thoughts about Born to Be Bad.
It sucked. Please, Mathieu d'Orsel, don't fuck us.
Really?
No, it was good. It was really good. Hey, look at that.
They got great costuming and
Yeah, look at
lighting
that.
and the music.
Wow, our lives are turning around, Kyle. Sets were great, first off.
Sets were good. Lighting was good.
Sets were great, lighting was good.
It's a prankster. He's tying the shoes together.
Is that what that is? I can't see anything, so. Costumes were great. Summary. I'll give you a summary. What happens is that it starts with a mob meeting. There's a meeting of the mafia. And there's a little kid under the table where all the mob bosses are, and he's like tying their shoes together and acting like a real prick. So, it turns out that prick is Al Capone.
Al fucking Capone.
Al fucking
the
Capone.
greatest twist in cinema fucking history.
However, he's writing a letter to Jesus.
I forgot about Jesus. I thought it was Santa.
He wrote it. Nope. It seems like it should be a Santa
because
letter.
of the little Christmas tree at the bottom.
There's a little Christmas tree. It says wish list. It's to Jesus. Jesus has nothing to do with this story. It's all about Al Capone. Al Capone writes a letter to Jesus asking him, "Will you
Give me a bike.
give me
fucking
a
bike.
bike in 19 goddamn 1 or whatever this is?
And I'll be good for 1 year.
1 year." And then at school, he, you know, fucks around, and then he says 1 month. I'm gonna cross it out, put 1 month, and Jesus might forgive me. So that 1 month's still standing. He goes and he fucks around a little bit more. Hits
Fucks around.
No. He hits a kid in the face with a pie. And then he stabs a person in the fucking hand with a pencil. And then he changes his letter. It's to Muhammad. He still writes to Jesus, but he says, "I'll be good for 1 day."
1 week.
1 week.
And then he's like, "No, fuck you, Jesus. I'm going to hold Mary hostage."
Right!
He takes Mary.
Absolutely.
Our Lord Mother.
We forgot. One of his fathers or grandfathers or great-grandfather's goons gives him a box that says Christmas.
forgot. We didn't
Cut to that box. It has a nativity in it. So, he has the box full of nativity stuff. He sets it up and then he starts writing. And so while he's writing his letter, then he fucks off at school and he hurts people and stuff, and then he changes it to one month and then 1 week.
Then he's like, you know what? Jesus has all the power here. I want the power. So he takes Mary, our Lord Mother, and locks her in a drawer and says, "Jesus, if you want to see your mother again, you give me that fucking bike for Christmas. If not, who knows what'll happen to her."
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who fucking knows?
Who knows?
So it ends with him, like we've spoiled already, writing, "Jesus, can I have a bike? I've been good. Al Capone." And that's how he ends it. And that's the M. Night Shyamalan twist to it all. Overall, it's a great movie. It's really well put together.
Yeah.
It's well cast. The shots,
acting's pretty good. The kid is good.
Acting is
the
great.
Kid is really good.
The
and
shots
he's probably
look
like
great. The fucking human error is not too bad. With the director. The director, I didn't even know he was there. It was a story. And
Yeah, it was a
like
story. It was great. Cinematography was good. It wasn't like, if I recall, it wasn't incredible, but it was the best thing for a student film.
It was like halfway to HBO in my mind. Where it's like everything is shitty, but it's still
it wasn't
that quality. That seems like they spent some money on it.
It wasn't trying anything like super creative.
No,
but
it didn't risk anything.
It knew what it was doing, and it was good. And it was a silent film. It was totally silent, which was good.
No dialogue.
The music was good. I would like to find out if that was
I don't remember the music at
original score or if they like found it somewhere.
Probably Hans Zimmer. So it was good. It was good. Overall, I'd say, I don't know.
Do we want to write what we thought?
Yeah, we should probably write it.
Okay.
Works for
Yeah, he works for like a mob boss, or he's like the son or grandson of a mob boss.
if he's tying shoes together, he's got to be like important.
A dick? Yeah.
We are reviewing an Al Capone movie, a Mission Impossible movie, and what was the other movie?
Judy Goes Up.
Judy Goes Up, CMF short film, and it was just the bee's knees.
Who are you?
I'm Kyle.
Rate your drunkenness on a scale of 1 to 10.
I don't remember ever being this drunk before, but that's
probably because you're drunk.
That's probably because I was drunk at the time. Here's my partner, ladies and gentlemen, I present you, Luke!
Kyle, describe your dream date in 10 words or less.
I'm doing it right now. This is my dream date.
Doing it right now? That's your dream date?
I'm doing my dream date right now. So, what were your scores for the Al Capone thing, whatever it's called?
So for screenwriting, I gave it an 8.
An 8. Okay.
Yeah. I felt like the story was relatively original. It was an old twist on like a historical figure. It was a lot of fun because we all knew who it was at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think screenwriting was an 8. I think it was really well done. I think it was done well. The fact that no one spoke through the whole thing, there was no dialogue, and it was all conveyed through their visuals. I always appreciate that. But.
Yeah. That's why I gave it a 9, because it had no dialogue and it was still able to convey the historical figure and doing a lot with writing, like on notes and everything, and just visuals in general, which I really enjoyed.
My problem was that it was like kind of forced in there with the whole Christmas thing. It would have felt a little bit more natural. Maybe Al Capone had stolen the nativity set from somebody, or like from his father or grandfather or whatever, rather than just being given it. It seemed like it was kind of just shoehorned in there, like, oh, how do we get him to write this letter to Jesus or Santa or whatever?
Right, okay.
I don't know. I felt like that could have been a little bit better, but other than that, it was really well done. I mean, the fact that they didn't have to speak at all. So.
Yeah. Okay.
So 8 for me.
And sets, I gave that an 8 as well. I couldn't tell where they shot. It looked like it was, back in the day, especially with the lighting and everything that goes to tech. But the way it was shot, they had a nice table at the beginning, and then at the room that Al Capone is in with the Christmas box and everything. So yeah, I liked it.
I agree. The only problem is that they could have showed a little bit more establishing stuff. Maybe some stuff on like the counters, whatever. Just something to show where we are a little bit. Like you said, you weren't quite sure where we were.
Yeah.
So 7 is what I gave it.
Okay.
It's not, a little bit less than you.
Yeah. What about tech?
Could have been better.
You think?
I gave it a 6. It was, it felt, I don't know if it was out of focus, but some of it felt like it might have been out of focus.
I didn't get that. I gave it an 8 as well, just because I really liked the lighting, and I felt like everything was, the music was well done, the shots were good. Like, there were no what moments, in my opinion.
What?
I guess it was. You thought it was a little dark at the beginning. You couldn't tell that they were tying shoes together.
I could not see that it was tying shoes.
I could, but that might have just been,
possibly.
Fucking
so maybe that's why I thought 6. But
yeah,
we're gonna have to do a shot.
If I hope not. Okay,
this keeps up.
All right, I'm gonna change my answer.
No.
All right, human error, baby.
Human error. I give it a 9. I thought there was very little human error.
I gave it a 9 too.
The actors were great. The director, the fact that I didn't even realize, or like I didn't think about the director once, was fantastic. That he gave such seamless, direction. The casting was fantastic.
You didn't. I mean, you knew it was a film, but you got lost into the story. That it didn't seem like
lost,
it was.
but yes,
not lost, but it was. You forgot for a moment, which in most of these...
You forgot all the shit we were watching? Yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly. And when a student film, you're watching a student film, but this I forgot that it was a student film.
The fact that this is... I keep forgetting this is a student film, so yes, very well done.
A French student film, I assume, which, I guess are better than us.
Audience error. What did you think?
9. I loved it. It was great.
Gave it a 9.
We have to take a shot. Damn it!
Wait, no, it can't be. It's
gotta
got to
add
be
it.
less than 45. It's got to be less.
All right, we're gonna add in a second, but why did you think it was a 9? Why did you think it was a 9?
Why is it? Because, like you said, we didn't say what the fuck most of the time, which we usually do with this kind of shit.
It was fun. The only time we said what the fuck was the twist, and it was a good twist.
Whoa, what's with this
He's saying
grudge against Mary?
Al Capone! If you want to see what? Again! Oh my god! Yes! Oh shit! It's not magical.
It's Al Capone!
It's Al fucking Capone, and I spilled all over me. Shit!
It was a twist that was unexpected.
Right.
Unexpected in the most purest form, meaning there was literally no setup. There was no moment where it was
you
like...
knew it was a mob. We knew they were gangsters at the beginning. So it kind of set it up.
I guess. You're right. Yeah, it was set up that was relatively a mafia of some sort, of some crime family. I don't know. To me, fine. I guess you're right. I'm just trying to
You gave it a 9.
I'm trying to get out of the shot. Do you not realize what I'm trying to do?
It was the 9. Let us add. All right, adding time. 9 plus 9 plus 8 plus 8. 18 plus 9 equals plus 16 equals...
No, that's not good.
I don't know what this is.
That's really not good.
Oh, shit. Okay. So what did you get?
39.
I got a 43.
We're good! We're good!
We're good! Fuck you!
I feel like we still have to take it.
We did it. It was so good.
It was so good.
Wait, don't we have to take a shot?
We're getting nodded at.
We have to take a shot. Okay. We'll take a shot. It was good. It was well done.
Give me that average while I get your thoughts.
Damn French.
I feel like this whole moment was deflated because we tried to get out of it so hard. We tried.
And failed miserably.
Are you trying to rework the number? Are you dividing it by a square root to try to get us out of this?
I'm trying to actually divide because I'm drunk and I'm trying to jerk. Okay.
39 and 43 is 41.5, isn't it?
Damn, you're good at math.
Halfway through?
Ooh.
I just guessed.
It's not going to drink itself.
Tell us in the comments if we're wrong.
Let's drink, brother.
Oh, we do this way.
Fuck you, whatever that was. Fuck you. That's all I have to say. So, on to our next film. Judy Goes Up. Judy! What a treasure. That was great. No dialogue. That was a silent fucking film.
I honestly don't even know what to expect anymore.
That was great. That's a student film? What are we doing?
Judy Goes Up.
Judy.
Tell me about Judy, Kyle.
Fuck, you've seen it twice.
Tell me about...
Okay, so Judy Goes Up. She's in an elevator. Judy, this lady. That's right. And she's offered drugs, I think? No, she sees someone taking drugs. She sees someone taking las drogas. I'm sorry to all our Spanish-speaking people. So she's seeing people take a drug, and she's like, damn, I need that drug.
Damn, I need that.
And then she remembers, no, she shouldn't, because of all the shit that happened to her in the past. Because of her girlfriend and...
I don't think it was a girlfriend.
They were definitely girlfriends. You don't think they were...
friends that are girls?
No, they were lovers. No, they had her dancing with like her short shorts and everything while she was taking
fucking
drugs.
What's happening?
He is getting excited.
Shut up! Okay. Anyways, continue.
So these fucking women were taking drugs, and so Judy was into drugs, and then she gets introduced to. Did we ever learn the blonde girl's name? Was that Judy?
That was.
No, Judy was the
of
girl
course
that
that was
goes up.
Judy.
Judy goes up though in the elevator.
No, Judy gets high.
Judy goes up in the elevator.
At the end it said
Up
rest in
means
peace,
high.
Judy.
Fuck!
Who's Judy?
I don't think I know
Judy's
what
the
this
blonde
film
girl.
was about.
Is she really?
Yeah.
Wait, is she really?
So Judy was a blonde that. So the girl in the elevator was not Judy.
This whole
not
fucking review
Judy.
relies on who's Judy.
So Judy
Judy and the Blowfish.
Judy was this girl's love, the blonde that she seduced with the note at the beginning with the book that was like, "Come to the party," and they kind of hit it off, fell in love, and started doing drugs, and then they got into the drug of great choice, heroin.
Heroin?
Heroin.
Heroin!
Heroin.
Heroin, you're addicted!
In case you didn't know, it was heroin.
Heroin!
And she made her do this! It was your fault, Judy! Or no, not Judy! You did this to me because I am you! They were both Judy all along! We were both Judy.
They were both Judy. They were both Judy. They were both Judy. They were both Judy.
So I give this film a 35 out of 40, or out of 50.
I give it an 8. Average that. No, here, listen, hear me.
Okay.
Literally, the only thing I liked is that one shot of her in the elevator.
Which, when it was like kind of.
And it was only because it was faded into whatever else it was, but what it was faded into was garbage.
So, screenwriting. What did you think?
I gotta give it a 3, dude. I really gotta give it a 3.
Why?
It's like, I know it's not cool to say this about some other writers' work, but it's bad. It's not good. It's not heartfelt. We laughed at it.
You're the problem! You! Look at what you're doing! Look at me! Who are you? I am you! You're not even you anymore, Judy! You created this!
Isn't it
And
heartfelt?
I don't know. It's not heartfelt.
Because the person writing wrote it,
But
like their
it's
brother died, right?
Yeah, but that... A lot of people's brothers have died, dude.
Right.
It's not... It's like, sure, you can have that happen to you and you can write something about it. That doesn't mean it's good. Like, just because you write something about, like, an epidemic doesn't mean
heartfelt,
it's good.
yeah. Right.
So, at the end of the day, this just wasn't transcribed well.
They tried, though. Like, they were writing from the heart.
They tried. And
they were writing from the heart.
I don't fault them for that, but critically speaking, it's not good.
Yeah.
There's problems. There's problems with the dialogue. There's problems just with how it's shot, the lighting. There's
Acting.
just problems.
No, I think it's supposed to be a random person. I think it's just like somebody checked out that book. And she just knew. Yeah.
Hey, I'm Kendall. So what's your name?
What?
Yeah, and acting is honestly the least of your worries. You know, you get your friends to do something, that's fine. You know, it's shows or whatever, but you can still compensate with sets and lighting and directing. This, on the other hand, did not meet that criteria.
They did put their heart into it.
Yeah, and
which
someone
is
died
telling.
associated to someone who wrote this. Sure.
Yeah, which is telling that they did put their heart into it, but
No,
just
agreed.
because you put your heart into it, it doesn't always
It doesn't turn out well.
turn out well.
I mean,
People have a shitty heart.
Hitler had his heart in it.
Judy Goes Up. I do not condone. I do not establish with Hitler. Establish. I do not compare to Hitler.
Anyways. I don't know, dude.
There's not enough drink in this. I give screenwriting... I don't even know what I give it.
You don't want to be a dick?
Well, I want to play devil's advocate, but I agree with 100% of what you said. Like 100%. Like they gave it their all, but they did not know how to write a screenplay.
Absolutely.
Like it seems like it was their first screenplay they ever wrote, and they didn't know how. Yeah. The thing is, we are all learning. We are all learning. And that's the point.
Absolutely.
That we are learning.
We're learning.
So I agree. I'll give this a 4, only because I sympathize and they were trying, and I liked the flashback, even though I was confused. A 4.
That's fine. For screenwriting?
For screenwriting.
Jesus Christ. Sets. Let's move on.
Sets were fine. Sets were nothing. They were dorm rooms. They were elevators.
They were what they had, and they were creative because I never thought to record in an elevator before, personally.
Okay.
Which is, I thought, a good idea. I was like, oh.
I mean, it is. Yeah. It definitely is.
It's something new because we filmed most of our shit in a house or outside.
No, it is definitely different than what most people do.
Mm-hmm.
However,
student films.
Yeah.
What most student
films do. Yeah. No, it definitely is something new.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, that's one shot out of like it took them how long to film that? 20 minutes to film that whole sequence, in which they keep cutting back to, which isn't a mark in and of itself.
No, you're right. Yeah.
It's like they could have done more with each sequence after that. Like when there's a focus drawn on like a whiteboard, like while they're talking about heroin and ODing.
I like how it's focused on the thing in the background.
It says like Josh, take out trash or something like that.
Yeah, when the focus is
off.
off.
My point is that you invest a little bit even in the camera angles of how you shoot something.
Yeah. So I'll give Sets a 5 because it was something new and different than I'm used to.
I'll give it a 5.
The 5 is because it was generic and it was fine. On to tech. 3?
Yeah.
The focus was real bad. Real bad. I hope our focus is good right now.
But yeah, overall tech, not too bad. Honestly, for what it's worth,
I like the lighting in this film.
For most of it. The scene when it's the like emotional, you did heroin scene, or like you need to stop doing heroin, it's very dark, and I get what they were going for, but everything in the background's lit super well. So I don't know. Overall, tech, I'd give it a...
It wasn't focused on them either most of the time, like especially for that scene, which was supposed to be the most emotional scene in the film.
Yeah, it was focused on the background.
So
I'd give it a 4.
I'd give it a 3, honestly, because of the focus. For the whole thing, which was supposed to be their big thing, it was bad. I haven't been ready. We're making it up as we're...
4-5.
4-5?
All right. 4-5.
Thank you. I did 4-5-3.
So human error. There's a lot of it.
I mean, the focus, the acting. They were trying. And that's the thing. Like, I want to give this thing more. Because they were trying, and I understand trying so hard, but sometimes you just don't do it.
Well, it's not about the trying so much as it is the pre-planning.
Yeah.
If you don't pre-plan a movie, you're fucked. With that being said, I think they did very little pre-planning, especially when it comes to directing, especially when it comes to casting.
They did it as they were going.
They did it as they were going, and they did it as a heartfelt project, sure.
And we should talk about CMF, that it's supposed to be a week. Right? They get their stuff in a whole week.
Real quick. Campus Movie Fest. It's a week where you film a short film in a week. and it's 5 minutes or less, and that's the whole gist. And basically, we did one when we were like freshmen or something, and these people did the same thing the same year.
And sophomore and junior.
And sophomore.
We've done it a few times.
Etc. Etc.
But this one won in some state.
This won in some state, and it went to Atlanta, which is where ours went. And to see that on the same level as somebody who actually tried to write an original script, not saying ours was anything great, it's just upsetting to see somebody get through on merits of this sad thing happened to me.
Watch our films.
My point is that the human error here is quite large. It's to do with just thinking that your emotions matter more than people than like making a film, than like actually making something coherent, something that people can connect with rather than just like something you feel. I don't know. I get it, but
it's not about. Because you said it, it's on a personal level, and it needs to be something more than that. It needs to connect to an audience, which is what the human error is about. Like, it needs to connect to us more than anything. And it just doesn't.
And we as the audience should feel something and not laugh at it.
Yeah.
There were quite a few shots in here and audio bits that we laughed at.
Let go!
Back to the music! Holy shit!
That's the best
That was perfect! Yeah.
I feel bad about that, but I don't at the same time.
Yeah.
So.
Audience error. We laughed at it.
Honestly,
lot.
I'd give it like...
Give it a 2.
First off, let's go back. Human error.
Human error. Oh, shit. I give it a 4, maybe a 3. A 4. I'll give it a 4. Just because I sympathize so much.
I sympathize too. I give it a 4. Audience error. What do you think?
I give it a 2. Just because we were laughing.
Really?
We weren't feeling what they wanted us to feel. If audience is supposed to be we enjoyed it, I would give it a 7 because I enjoyed it on a funny level.
Right.
But it didn't do what it was supposed to do, which was supposed to get me to feel.
You tried, there's efforts made, and there's no saying that somebody like who makes a film like this couldn't improve in the future and couldn't make something, but it is about seeing your wrongs.
Yeah.
Cut to our wrongs. That being said, audience error overall, I give it a 5. Just because we get it, and we get what they're trying to say and what they're trying to do, but we're being assholes. We're assholes on YouTube. So.
Yeah, we're just some fucking dipshits.
Exactly.
Got it.
So
3 cameras. Look at us go.
Speak for yourself. Anyways,
and we got drunk. All right.
Overall,
what
did you give audience error?
I think I gave it a 2. I gave it a 2.
Is that what you gave it?
Yeah, I gave it a 2. What did you give it?
You said
A 5. Okay.
4.
I can't add. I got a 14 total.
14 total?
Yeah.
25 total.
25 total? Damn. Usually
What's
you're
the middle
cynic.
of 25 and 14?
Okay, 25, 14. Hang on.
We can cut.
Eating.
Rolling.
You're rolling there.
Burger from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Holy shit. No, that was from
If I could eat burger,
the Christmas.
Meister burger.
No, that was from the...
From Reindeer.
That was... Santa Claus is coming to town.
You're a bitch. Let's review this movie.
Alright. Alright.
Is this what
Put it attached. Done. So,
what's your score?
Well, no, we added it all up already.
Did we add it up?
Yeah.
We added it up.
So we added it up, and I got 12.5. And our producer said, "You're fucking wrong. It's 19.5, you dumb shit."
Wow.
She's a little mean. I'm sorry. She's not. She's the best producer ever. Anyway, so that's it. 12.5. Judy goes honorable mentions.
Out of 50?
Fucking 50.
Out of 50.
Out of 50. Good job.
That's right there. Out of 50.
Good job. I hope you're proud of yourself, Judy.
Hope you're proud, Judy.
Motherfucker.
Here's to you.
All right.
Wait, let's drink to Judy.
To Judy.
Can we do
to the brother?
Let's do a half shot to Judy. A half shot.
Fuck.
A half shot to Judy. That's my new band, Half Shot to Judy. Check us out at the coffee shop on Tuesdays.
Alright.
And I quit.
And then they do this because they're getting married.
That's so cute. Druggies together.
Yep.
Like you and me.
Slow down.
Birthday, and my parents left me there and I was crying. And they gave me a Woody toy for my birthday. I was 4. Anyway. Okay. Are you speeding?
I'm speeding.
Whatever this is, we haven't clapped for anything else. Yeah. All right. So now, because you're a dick, Judy Goes Up. We get to drink to Judy.
Drink to Judy. Judy, if you're out there, I fucking hate you. Goodbye.
Merry Christmas. Merry Jesus. All I have to say is fuck you, Judy. If I didn't have to watch your fucking film, I wouldn't have to do this right now.
Anyways, thanks for watching.
Thanks.
Have a good life. Happy
I'm
New
done. Goodbye. I'm gonna kill Jesus.
All right, I'll ask him for a new bike.
Jesus Christ.